Hi, my name is Greg Caminello. I've been importing American cars to Australia for the last 26 years. I have a network of people that I've purchased off over those 26 years. If somebody's looking for a particular car, I find that car on their behalf. After that, I also ship cars on behalf of people. If somebody else has purchased the car, look after their paperwork and documentation. I do the whole process for them, right through to the very end, till they take delivery of it here in Australia. When I was a little kid, a neighbour of ours owned a 1966 Ford Mustang, and I think it was from that point on I must have had the passion and the dream of having an American car. I've got a big collection of American muscle cars and classic cars, and yeah, it's a passion that is definitely embedded into you. The car that's behind me here is a 1969 Mercury Cougar convertible. It was a car that Mercury introduced to their line in 1967. It was basically produced to be an upsell of the Ford Mustang. The reason being that they were looking to get people that weren't just the baby boomers, that people that were a little bit older into that car that had a little bit more luxury, a little bit more style. 67 and 8 were a similar style of car. 69 and 70 were a different body style. They introduced a range of cars with high performance motors. 427 was an option, and a 428 in 1968. And 1969 it was produced with a 428, and it also came out as a Boss 302. 1970 also produced a 428 car and a Boss 302 as well. This particular car came into the country back in very early 90s, probably about 3 years after the laws changed back in 1989, where you had to have an import approval done on the car. It was a California car, so it was rust-free, had a great body on the car, but it was worn, so it needed a full restoration. My brother actually owns this car, and he did a restoration on the car. It's back to its original colour and original interior. It's a 351 M-Code Cleveland. It's an automatic car. It comes with an electric top. It has sequential tail lights, so pretty unique to some American cars. So has a full tail light that runs across the back of the car. When you see that indicator flash, it's pretty impressive. There's really nothing more that you can do to a car like this. When you get to this point with a car, if you're a passionate person, then you're going to move on to the next car and start again. I consider if you're parting with a car after you put all your effort and time and heart and soul into it, then you're probably not a purist. As far as I'm concerned, you just keep stacking them aside and just keep collecting.